Bam. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes, right. Hey, with CPA Live. Hey, this is episode 30, man.
3-0.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Considering how it started. But yeah, we're in the building today. Oh, man, another day to talk about finance, business, I don't know, things that have come up during our week at Hayward CPA PLLC in Durham. All the good stuff. So, it's all good, man. It's all good. Like, really all good. But we must say, not to blow your spot, we got International K right here. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what y'all don't know. And this is kind of a thing in our collective, as you call it, because I do the same thing. A mere, 5 hours ago, you were in a complete different metropolitan area.
Totally.
And now you back on the stream. That's pretty good. It's pretty
impressive.
Man,
you have to be here for the people.
And the people appreciate.
And I just still working on my first cup of coffee.
Dig it.
Because I didn't have time to do nothing else but get to the air.
Yeah. I mean, had to make moves, B.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes. So anyhow, what's up, man? How was the week?
Interesting week. Week was cool. Interesting, busy.
All right.
Busy, personal, business, hung out with little bro. I have to give little bro his props for getting me to the airport in an esteemed fashion. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
definitely
big shout to New Jersey Drive.
Yeah. So, the beautiful thing is technology allows you to work and think and read and write things down and develop new opportunities, new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So fired up.
Ready to go.
Just need a cold shower.
Wait, you gotta calm down. Easy, killer. Easy. You know what I'm saying?
Jet lag.
Oh yeah, well, you know how it goes. How it goes. I'm just trying to check, make sure we all on in the right places. I'm doing my, this is, once again, as I tell people, this is live TV, my friends. This is live television. So anything can happen, including us not actually being on right now. But we are on. We're on some of the networks. I'm just checking all the networks. Make sure we are before we get into any heavy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it might get heavy, going around here. I don't understand what our Facebook massive is doing right now. It's a little hectic. But we'll make it. We all on that YouTube though. Yo, you know where to find us. We on that YouTube and all that. So anyhow, man. So
how was your week?
It was a reset week. It was a reset. I was trying to reset. I really was trying to reset and try to get things together and prepare for this next little rush we'll have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just a different whole rush because we got that. Then I got the wedding jumping off. It's like 60 days now, son. Like,
how you feel?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Superb goodness.
Nice.
But yeah, man. I'm just trying to do the knowledge, trying to get paid in full. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just kind of ready for, things to kind of pop off and happen. get
Okay.
over,
Yeah.
be done with it. But
Sure.
so,
And move on to the next thing. Yeah, totally.
yeah,
Totally.
get done. Let me clarify. Get done with the planning, because the planning is brutal and never ending. So that's what's happening there. But in the world of business, not bad. Very interesting week. Very, very interesting week. Just on the back end, getting back end stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. Um, Other than that, everything is good.
All right.
Everything is good. Plenty to share though. I
Of
just got to get
course.
warmed up.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Yeah,
So
so
what are you thinking in terms of sharing, right? We want to talk about some of the common questions that we get around this time of the year.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the best places to go. But the questions come up everywhere. You know,
Sure.
it's like they're always coming up. So we need to share a little bit of love about it, and talk about some things that you may have heard before, but very important to hear them again, I must say.
Nonstop
Yeah,
until it's learned behavior.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think we're totally our Facebook crew is struggling right now, because I think we struggling on the Facebook game, but we're gonna upload it, so you'll be all right. so, so y'all be able to check it out.
Or they could just go straight to YouTube and watch it now.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm glad you said that. So let me pull up the link. I'm gonna put the link so people can see what's going on.
Cool.
Yeah, like, we real time. Yeah. you know, I'm saying this is so live.
So live and so relaxed. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice outside.
Yeah, it's actually calming down, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's actually really calming down. Like today, anyway. You know
Yeah, the
how that
transition.
foolishness goes.
Weather transition, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, you know. so, so but you can't be fooled by this.
Because you can't get too relaxed.
Yeah, you can't get
Mm-hmm. You gotta stay
yeah,
on
because
your
next
one.
thing you know, I mean, then it'll be hot again.
Yeah,
It's
true.
ridiculous. But
True.
you know, I'm good. But I'm ready. I'm ready for action as
You
soon as
ready
I
for
get
action,
into it.
Jackson?
Yeah, I'm time for some action. I'm ready, man. Yo, I'm ready for the first subject of the morning, in terms of what's going on in the world of accounting and finance. What's the drama? What's
Well, I was told to come and see a CPA so I could get my taxes in order and come up with a plan, strategy.
okay?
I work, I
Oh,
work, I work. I have a LLC, and you say sole proprietorship, and I go no, an LLC. First indication,
yeah,
right?
we got something to discuss.
Yeah, and I googled you guys, and you guys came up. How can you help me? I'm single, own a home, two dependents, 401k.
Okay,
That's about it
that's about it, huh?
for that
Well, that's what I
scenario.
say about it.
For that scenario, there's some
That's the scenario.
unique ones, very unique ones.
Yeah. So this sounds like, so this is something that I have come across, and in dealing with a client meeting I had this week in preparation for it, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
is that what you just laid out is what we would call compliance service. So it's set up for, I mean, people come and say it's a strategy, but they're talking about how can I get this stuff done with the least amount of anxiety possible. Um, or what they're saying is, I don't really understand this stuff, so I'm coming to you as the professional,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm coming to you as all right, I'm gonna put petty away for a second. All right. So I'm gonna put petty on ice for a hot second. All
Cool.
right.
Cool.
But you know, um, I think there's just enough information out there for people to know basics when it comes to taxes, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Because primarily everybody touches, adults, we all touch taxes. Either we proud not to pay them,
Mm-hmm. Right.
we complain that we do pay them, and all the spectrums in between. All right, so we do that. So the impetus to come to a professional is usually like overwhelmed or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of, I don't want to make a mistake.
Correct.
A lot of that.
I don't want to
I
go
don't-
to jail. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't
yeah,
want a
which
whole lot of
is,
money.
it's really, to an extent, is counterproductive for us,
Correct.
because the connotation is, oh, I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm gonna come to you because you're not going to make a mistake. Now, we're not in the business of making mistakes, but we're dealing with a lot of data. Tax returns are data, right? And we're depending on your data. So
To be accurate.
yeah, so I mean, mistakes have to be subjective, because
Correct.
omissions happen all the time, and it's not omissions by the practitioner. Oh, I forgot about that $100,000 I took out of my retirement account. I was supposed to report that. Oh, yeah, I had a 1099 for this project I did. I didn't think I had to report that. Now, this is after we go through our due diligence and give organizers and all that. People just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone told me I didn't have to report that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so, we that's what people come to us. Like Betty Wright, the cleanup woman, right? So now, but if we take our knowledge a step further, just one step further, and I think it's by changing your focus. I think you can have a more effective relationship with your preparer, and you can get something better out of the experience. And the focus, which I came to, was we gotta think about goals and objectives. Not trying to beat the man. I mean, just to put it short, trying
Right.
to beat the man.
Right.
Yo, I don't want to pay nothing, man. I mean, like 300,000. Yo, I don't want to pay nothing, son. Really. Then all right, here's the petty moment. Then you on YouTube, like, yeah, son, I got, yo. I got I got 56,000 at any time. Yo, whatever you need, right? That's that. But
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm just saying. You just tell everybody what you have that you're not reporting.
Yeah.
All right. So, but we don't come across that over here. Some of
Yeah.
our colleagues might, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't. But no, if you start looking at growth and objectives, and start saying, okay, tax planning, Tax planning is not tax avoidance. In some cases, it's not tax reduction. It's administration. How are we going to administer your tax situation?
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Simple as that, man. A plus B is simple. So you come into somebody, I want strategies on it. I just thought, that people doing all this stuff all year. And the best part is, I don't know if the particular scenario you gave is, but they come to the professional after they've done all this brouhaha.
Correct.
Like they've done all this stuff. Now they coming in. I don't know if I was doing it right. Okay, you knew you wasn't doing it right when you started. I mean, so why are you coming to me now?
It's a mix. It's a mix of them doing it themselves and or someone else for that scenario, right?
Yeah, the and or is where the challenge is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. You can do it yourself. I mean, look, people might think practitioners, I don't know. I don't know what they think of us. That's a whole nother conversation for actually a different forum. But
yeah, true.
It's, I think we have to understand what exactly your tax practitioner knows. So you see your tax return once every year. Some people every 2 years, some people every 10 years, but whatever. Right. That's your tax return. Practitioners, a modest practitioner, sees anywhere between 200 to 300. Some of them doing 1,500 a year, which I don't know how they're doing that, but just from like a mental place. See tax returns all the time, and not just during tax season, year round. Prepared taxes all the time. That's preparers. Now I ain't talking about people that do taxes.
Correct.
People do taxes, they done April 15th.
Correct.
Can't find them. But I'm talking about, a practitioner that holds themselves out. Okay.
So yeah, of course.
So the scenarios that we're experienced in and see from other taxpayers, I mean, I would dare to say that if you only look at your tax return once a year, and practitioner looks at 200 tax returns a year, somebody may have a little more experience in them.
Good way to put it. Good way to put it.
Yeah, just don't, just, I don't want to touch on it too bad. So, you know what I'm saying? So what we have is, I think there's a disengagement. I think there's and you know what? We don't do it as practitioners. We don't get out here and say what I'm saying right now. Like, look, I'm being very tactful in saying this because there's other ways I want to say it, but I'm going to say it this way. That, so there's an experience element to doing taxes. So, we know what a simple return is. Us, those that look at 200 plus a year, we know what's simple. So, we know what's complicated. We know what needs to be done. Now, the execution sometimes is a problem because data, looking out for somebody, different things. But we get judged on this, and this is totally to the left. I know this has nothing to do with the question you asked, but I think it's important.
It does, but go ahead.
It's so we get judged on historical stuff, what you did already, and how we assisted you on putting this on this form to report to somebody. So that's what happens. So as soon as something happens, the immediate thought, practitioner did something wrong. But you were living your life. So the practitioner may not have done anything wrong. And I'm trying to break that stigma. Not the deal, B. Not the deal. You know what I'm saying?
So how do we frame it out to them for them to understand that?
How to frame it out?
Just the way it goes.
Yeah, well, the way to frame it out is look, perspective. That's a K word, right? Perspective. All right. Let's get the good morning over here. Got a little good morning.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
morning. Good
Buffalo Link
morning.
in the building. Took a little while to find us because we're right now we exclusive on YouTube. We'll be up. I mean, we might do this. We do the live on YouTube and then it
And
gets
posted.
posted later on Facebook. Wow.
A/B test, right? A/B test.
Yeah, be like, yo, like we got an exclusive deal with YouTube. We could go. So it's like tape delayed on Facebook. But anyway, I think we might be on Twitter today too. I'm not sure. But
Okay.
anyway, um, so what we do is we start thinking about tax in a different light. So for things to get better for all, if the taxpayer pays attention throughout the year and possibly communicates with us, it's a little bit more of a familiarity with the return. So one of the hardest things to do is like the first year you're doing someone's return.
Yeah, because you don't know them, you don't know their habits. They
Yeah,
don't have a direction. It's just record, just
yeah.
information. That's
You
all.
don't you don't get to know them. And that's it's just truth because the tax prep is so intimate, but it's just the truth. So you don't know them, so you do the stuff. Then they look, my pride, and a lot of times there's something with the prior practitioner. Who knows what it is, but so that's the most difficult year, and even for us, that's often where we have more difficulty is
Mm-hmm.
the first year because and one of the reasons, not an excuse, but one of the reasons is because we get engaged during the busy season. So we're
Correct.
in processing mode. We're processing tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's not the time of year to start building an acquaintance with a preparer in like February, March. I mean, if you want to get your stuff done, yeah, okay, we'll do it, whatever. But if you are planning to have some sort of relationship with a practitioner, you might want to talk to them like
Now.
now, September, October, November.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out if you guys a good fit. Figure out if you understand their process, they understand you, they understand what you're doing, they understand your end of the year. Um, and I take that back to say that even individual taxes, I think I mentioned it last stream. I think I mentioned it on the podcast. I'm mentioning it everywhere. There is no time. There's too much information out here, and this is not a time for people to put their head in the sand when it comes to finance. Um, whether you just have a job, which is, or obviously in business, it's never a time to do that. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
starting a business, you need to get on it now.
Mm-hmm.
Things move too fast. And part of it, just thought about this. Part of the reason they move fast is because we already have digital currency people, by the way.
True.
I mean, it's like, who carries cash? Unless you in a cash business, you know what I'm saying? You like that.
There are those.
Yeah. But for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
things move faster. Transactions move faster. Think about it. In the 80s or 90s, there you are. Yo, your man's, you like, yo, I need like, $10 because I gotta go to work and I gotta get some tokens and all that. Yo, I either come by the crib, I'm gonna leave it with mom's, or I
I'm,
meet you
I'm gonna
somewhere.
leave it under the door, under the
Yeah,
mat.
whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
something. Yeah,
Now, yo, what's your cash app, B?
you're right. Or
$10.
Apple Pay or something like
Apple
that.
Pay,
Yeah,
Zelle, Venmo.
yeah.
This is faster. You know what I'm saying? So things go faster. So that doesn't change. You're not immune to it in the greater situations. Like, people got debts now. Yo, for real, like in the 80s, people weren't just getting credit cards. Like that was a thing. That's why I think even now it's still kind of this stigma because not stigma, but kind of people like, yeah, I got this card, that card.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they give
Mm-hmm.
them to you if you pretty much breathing, but it gives you. But in the 80s, it was a big deal to have a credit card.
Yeah, big deal.
Like that was like,
Super
oh
big.
wow. And that's why we have such these character traits around credit too, because it used to be held out that credit, whoa, you had to be impeccable to get credit. Then they realized they made more money taking the chance on some people that don't have impeccable credit, or you know, we can boost these interest rates on those that are a bit suspect, so we eat. Yo, the world is faster, so to come and so the people are just kind of operating on this. Hey, you come once a year talking about your taxes, okay, yeah. Then you come with all these fantasies of things you can deduct. But you don't talk to nobody throughout the year other than, whoever your cousin or somebody you was talking to at the barbershop or something like that. And you don't check in.
So what tips would you give them? Give them 3 tips.
3 tips
that they can take action on to be prepared to develop a relationship with their preparer. 3 tips.
Tip number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in your mind that you got to do a little bit more. And it's not a handoff. These are your tax returns. This is your tax situation. You're going to a professional to assist you. It's kind of like home improvement. Yes, you can change all the plumbing in your house. It might take you a year. I'm going to make it even simple. You can. I'll use myself. How about this? There's my downstairs toilet I want to replace. I know how to replace a toilet. I've seen it done with. I know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have the ability to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know if I start to do it and I start not feeling it, the job probably be halfway done. So I have to get I get the toilet out. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm good, man.
Then you got to get that ring out.
Yeah, I'll be like, it'd be step 2. I'll be like, yeah, I get to that, bathroom's closed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That toilet could just be out of order too. Eventually, I'm like, man, let me just call somebody to do this. As opposed to me saying, you know what, I'm not changing no toilet. let me
get somebody to do it now.
Yeah, right? Let me go politic with somebody or talk to some people about finding a plumber.
Right.
Then when I get the plumber, I'm gonna go get the quote. They're gonna tell me what they do. I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, I can rock with that. If I'm ready today, we'll go. If not, I tell them where we're gonna go. Very similar. You're not gonna handle your own taxes, so you go on Google when it comes up and whatever like that, and you either gonna handle it or you're not. So so look for someone.
Tip number 2? Is that tip number 2?
Well, no, that's 1A.
Okay.
1A is deciding that you're gonna get somebody to assist you. Okay. Remember, I said I could change the toilet.
Okay. Tip number 2.
Tip number 2.
Seek and assist.
Yeah. That's it. Is you right? Tip number 2. Seek and assist. So look for somebody. Talk to different people. Go around. Now look, this is not an open solicitation. I know plenty of practitioners that are great. So it's not. This is a lot of us, and there's a lot of taxpayers. So it's not one of them, king of the hill things. And in our area, our little crew, we talk, so we share information.
Of course.
So that's the thing.
Information is power.
But it's just everybody has a different process. Everybody has, use different tools. Going back to the plumber, one person may use one brand of tool. They might use another brand of tools. What do you care as long as when you push the button? Because I'm definitely upgrading the push button. When I push the button, as long as it does what it's supposed to do, I don't care what tool you use. What difference does it make to me? All right. So, decide, look and talk. But I have to address something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't interview people when I'm trying to, you know, when I'm trying to hire them. I just say, yo, tell me you know, like I'm not sitting there like
What you can
forming
do?
a
What can you
interview.
do? What can you do?
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, tell me what you doing. It comes down to, yo, what's up? Can you help me with this? Yeah. All right. Bet. Okay. But I don't make this grand old stature saying, look, I got like 5 plumbers coming in, on Tuesday between 1 and 6. Don't be late because, your slot will be coming. Service provider. I respect you. Boy, this is touching on some Jay-Z
So
territory
that's
now.
that's
But
point three. We talking about point three.
yeah, point three is, it's
Yeah,
point three. Like
it's point three. Yeah.
respect respect the people you talking to are professionals. And you're not gonna vibe with everybody. That's not what the world's about. But you have to, kind of think about what you're hearing and be like, boom. Now, if you've made this decision in step one that you know what, I'm gonna get a professional, more so I can step ahead. I could do, I can make some moves.
Mm-hmm.
Then step 3 will make a lot more sense because you'll be looking for somebody to assist you in that step ahead,
So
not
then,
telling you that you're gonna get the most accurate tax return of your historic activity.
so in other words, they should somewhat have an idea of their plan, their goals or objectives, right?
No, totally.
Okay.
I mean, go back to the plumber. I'm not gonna call a plumber and say, "Yo, look around, tell me,
Well, I mean, but there are those that I just need a CPA to tell me what to do. You have a plan? Do you have a goal? Do you have an objective? Not really. I just don't want to pay too much or get in trouble
Yeah,
or
but then
mess
you don't
things
want to
up.
pay the CPA neither. You paying somebody, okay? this is the issue. You could come without the plan and people can advise you, but we are in a era of knowledge. This is the information age, and guess what? Information cost. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna come in here, you don't know what's going on, and then you want to talk to this accountant, that accountant to help you work through your stuff for free. We've done that. I'm putting it on the, new king in England. I'm putting a manifesto out. Why not? We over that, man. You have to respect. You call people for their time, and that's anybody. That's one of the reasons I'm saying with the plumbing. I call people, and hey, either I can afford you or I can't. That's what it comes down to. All right, or I don't want to pay. It's not always I don't think they worth it. A lot of times is you can't afford it. It's okay. Be like, I can't afford it. I can't afford it right now. I can't afford it. It's something we can do rather than devaluing. Oh well, I could do that on my own. And then you sitting there with a hole in your bathroom because you get halfway through the job and you like, man,
Or you have some things crawling
yeah,
through the pipes, right?
yeah. And then
So
especially my house is older. If you have a
right.
new house, things probably not as run down. You can pull up YouTube, but see if you run into anything to the left because you got an old house, then that's a wrap. I'm done. I need a professional. I mean, like I'm not dealing with this like that. But anyhow, yo, what I'm
So
saying is
mhm.
that these are the steps. You have to step up and say, you know what, I'm going to take my tax situation. It's serious. It's much more. I got goals, and I want to talk to a professional who has seen way more tax returns than I have,
Mhm.
like the plumber. He definitely done more toilets than my toilet,
Mhm.
and I want to talk to them and have them assist me and be the most overused word in relationships, a partner. Yeah, because people don't know how to be partners, just like they don't know how to be friends. Boy, I'm telling you, it's
We gave you those 3 points here today,
it's real
ladies and
heavy.
gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah, 3 points.
3 points.
That's
Now,
just on the individual.
now, sole proprietor. Same thing. I just started a business. not making much money. I'm managing my books. I'm using Excel in my bank accounts. Yeah, I have QuickBooks self-employed, but I don't really use it too much. So, and I have receipts.
Mm.
And I need to get my taxes done, and I need to figure out how to pay myself. That's an
Oh
important
my
question.
goodness.
How to pay myself, and how do I pay my taxes? Quarterly estimates or something. Someone told me I need to have.
Yeah.
Go
Hmm.
find a CPA. So
Well, you
I'm
know what my
calling you
first
guys.
question is. My
Hmm
question is, how much did you do last year again?
I did about 5,600.
Oh, okay. Well, we could strip about 6 of them questions you just asked out of those things.
Okay. All right. So
Oh,
let me give you the B scenario, and then you can answer it however you want. I made about 35,000.
okay. All right. So your first thing is when you gonna tabulate all them receipts? That's my first question to you.
Well, I need a CPA that does accounting and bookkeeping, right? Isn't that
Mhm.
something you
Yeah.
guys
So, but when you
provide?
gonna tabulate those receipts? It's 2022. Receipts, no receipts. You need to scan them somewhere. They need to be somewhere, and they need to be kept up with.
Okay, I
Because
think
once
I can
again, it
scan them
goes
into
back.
QuickBooks.
Yeah, it goes back to the scenario we saying with individuals.
Hmm
This is not a passive activity,
Right.
especially if you're in business. Um, Transactions occur daily in some businesses, monthly, whatever. Transactions occur. There's a story behind the transactions. We need to get that story on some sort of consolidated ledger. We, as in this firm, deal with cloud-based accounting tools, specifically Xero, Xero, and that story needs to be recorded as close to real time as possible because you're not going to remember that story next year. So the story behind that transaction, that's the first thing you have to do. Yes, you can use Excel. If you're installing the toilet on your own, go ahead and use Excel.
But why else would I use an accounting system other
Well,
than just
and this
for
is interesting
Mhm.
because the more that I go back into the things that I actually have learned, it starts, blowing my head up. One of the things about professional accounting and what accountants do, um, how we're supposed to do, is that our work is supposed to be able to be followed by someone who has reasonable training in accounting.
Mhm.
So that's one of the the deals. I forgot we got constraints, and I've been it's been a while since I studied it. But one of the things is when you're doing something, if I hand it to another accountant that's reasonably trained, I'm talking about like they took accounting 1 or maybe took accounting 1 and 2. You want your work to be able to be followed. Okay. So now with your business, the people that would utilize it, whether it be yourself or others, they're not going to be able to follow your Excel spreadsheet with your own method for that all these formulas, and you got things going on, squared this and exponential that and all this other stuff. But it makes perfect sense to you,
Mhm.
but it's not going to make sense to someone trained in accounting. And to expand it, it's not going to make sense to someone trained to use accounting data for decisions, use accounting data for grants, bids, loans.
A plethora
To,
of things,
yeah,
plethora of opportunities.
to go from a sole proprietorship to a partnership.
Hmm
I'm wondering, you found somebody. Oh, someone wants to partner with you, and then you give them these Excel hieroglyphics. It's not standard, not standardized language. So what it tells me back to it is that if you want to grow, you have to get to a standard balance sheet, P&L, cash flow statement if you're doing accrual, but balance sheet and P&L. Standard. First thing ever asked for. Almost anywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
And you present yourself as a business. Oh, we need your financials. Let me break it down for you. They need your balance sheet and the profit and loss statement. Tax return is cool sometimes, yeah. But the tax return, once again, snapshot at 12/31 on that day of your, in most cases, especially sole proprietor, of your
Mm-hmm.
activity for the year. Balance sheet, that's your business's DNA. It's who you are. You got to have it. And guess what? If you running around using Excel sheets for your stuff, you it's beyond. I mean, I don't even have to ask. I'm like, okay, so you don't have a balance sheet. Very important, people. Most important financial statement in the package is your balance sheet. What? Can you believe that? That's why no one talks about it, because it's the most important one. Can you believe that? How can you believe that? So, it's the similar thing. You where I'm really getting at for both scenarios is you have to decide you want to do more. You have to decide you want
Mm-hmm.
to grow.
Mm-hmm.
The financial function of your business is not optional. It's not like, oh, okay, well, I'll kind of get to it. And as a practitioner for the years, we've allowed it to happen, myself included. Let it be, it's all good. Yeah. No, they don't know how to do it and whatever. And then they break fly on you and whatever they do. And I'm like, no, if you're that skilled, you can learn how to do this. But our plans use technology to make it easy on you. I don't have to teach you to become an accountant. Just got to teach you to follow some directions so that things
Correct.
get in the right place.
Correct.
And that we can do the accounting and have, because we can't do it. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Shoebox. If you call Brother Corey with the shoebox, he already know my price for the shoebox. I don't care if it's one receipt in the shoebox. It's the same price. I don't care, because there's no need for that in 2022. Even if you spend a lot of cash, there's methods to be dealing with that. It's slow, stone aged, and
It just doesn't work because you need the data for your planning and
yeah,
you're pivoting, whatever that is, right?
and
We're
heck,
in
your compliance. If you just
and
care about,
compliance.
you need the data. Then you run around and say, oh, well, I think I'm paying too much in taxes. But you give us these vague reminders. Well, I think I bought so-and-so, and then so-and-so. Then when you get the return back with the liability on it, your memory gets jarred. Oh, yeah, I remember so-and-so. So now we got to go back and fix it, right? But we're not charging you double, which we should. Hey, note it. Because we're going back to change the return. When we finish the return based on the information you give, we're done. Obligation over. When your memory gets jarred, then you come back. We got to go back and do more work.
Mm-hmm. So that's extra time and effort because you're
Yeah,
going back to
but
redo it, right?
why don't we do it on the front end? Then some people wonder why they can't get their people on the phone. I'm giving too many secrets away today, but I'm just saying. So this stuff is not. Look.
This is
I'm
good,
just not
Jules. This
happy.
is good. This is good information.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
important
happy.
information. It's
Yeah,
important information.
important for the people to understand. Like, no, but this is a thing that goes on. But I mean, we actually had somebody this week, optional. Do I really need an accounting system?
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, I mean, whatever.
Well,
But
we're
if
gonna
you're gonna
change
be
that.
over here,
It's not optional. It's not optional.
yeah, it's not optional. If you run it, if you trying to grow a business, it's not optional. If
It's
you
not
just
optional.
hustling and doing whatever, then do what you need to do. But don't, my thing is you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't want to keep it simple, but then tell me how you gonna have world domination in your field. Like, well, okay, sure, no problem. All right, by yourself. You can be by yourself because you're the only one that understand anything in the business. So this is gonna be you. And I don't want to say, you're the boss. You make it clear on the boss on your business card. It's just you.
All right. Great tips. Great information.
Yo,
Appreciate it.
I don't know where this is
Appreciate it.
coming from.
It's all good. I mean, this is the
Look,
daily grind, right? It's the
yeah, I'm probably
daily
weeding
grind.
some people out. But look, the point is, I'm just on something that everybody can take. We use technology in a wonderful way for entertainment, for everything else. We participate. But these things, especially when it comes to taxes and accounting, oh, my business, oh, it's so hard. It's whatever. We can't do that.
It's the driver to everything that you want and do.
Yeah. So they want to make out like, and as practitioners, to all my practitioners out there, if we don't start I don't want to say enforce, but if we don't start saying, look, this is how we work.
Mm-hmm.
Use the portal. This is how we work.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to drop paper off, it's going to cost you more because it's outside of our framework. That's fine if you want to do it. If you want to do it, everything for us short of sitting down in front of us doing it, we've never done that. That's not, you go to H&R Block for that.
Right.
But there's limits, but it's going to be less, it's going to cost you more money. So just to build off on the conversation, a wonderful conversation you had just as well. I mentioned, I'm saying modest. Our firm sees 200 plus tax returns a year. And I say our firm because it gets touched by different departments. So it's not me or like that. People see it from the time you come in, the business development. Cortastic gives the little Cortastic sprinkle on it. He sees it, goes to what we call client success. Look for that coming soon. Up to the actual production. Client success again, because we deliver it. And even the billing or whatever. We have a big knowledge of taxes that accumulates over the years. So you don't forget, we don't start every year new learning taxes.
Turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah, we just, it's January. Oh, let me learn taxes again. No, it goes there. So, and we do it for money. So I believe in the Merriam-Webster. That would make us professionals. Entire firm is professional. So whoever you talking to in the firm has seen more tax returns than you. Remember that. Whoever. They've seen more than you. Okay, that's one thing I just want to make clear. All right. And so it's the respect thing. But it doesn't mean, listen, we're not perfect. I don't say we're perfect. Whatever. But the thing is that you're dealing with a very talented group of people, a very talented and experienced group of people. When you come here, and most practitioners, this is not like an infomercial. Most practitioners, they're experienced. They know what's going on. And if they put you on the phone with somebody, that person knows what's going on. They know what's going on. Our approach to these jobs are larger. It's a larger thing. I've been blessed. My father's been blessed to move from us sitting at a dining room table doing stuff. And we're going to continue to move on that. But it's not like we just got some people who say, hey, what you doing on Tuesday? Let's do some taxes or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a pickup game.
Can flip some numbers for me.
Yeah, yo, come over here. Just don't worry about what they say. But it's a learning curve. So, this is just going somewhere where I'm trying to say that when you step up to get professional assistance, you're getting professional assistance. And you have to make that decision that you want professional assistance. Don't, What you've done before, that's fine. But you come to people's establishments, professional assistants. It's pro. If somebody is carrying the name of whatever company, they part of the company. Know something. I mean, just a little. That was a little Jay-Z little, discussion right there. That's just, but people don't. They get
More
it.
inspiration, more advice, more tips.
Yeah, it's more
Great
tips,
stuff.
but it's also a tip for you. Whatever you do,
Mm-hmm.
who wants
Yeah.
to be in business where people come in and you're like, they came to you first of all, and
Mm-hmm.
then you got to prove out to them you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You're on you're in the interview. They're interviewing you.
Yeah, but you came to me. See,
Yeah,
I was over
of
here
course.
doing my. I wasn't. I
You're
did not
minding
know
your
you,
business. You're doing other things.
and then you came to me,
Ring the bell.
and now
Then
you
you
want
come
me to do.
downstairs.
It's
Right.
almost like I got a storefront there. You come to the storefront and then want me to convince you that I got a store,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't walk. You sitting in the store. What are you talking
Mm-hmm.
about?
Right. Exactly.
And you want somebody to. You want a reference to tell you that I got a store that you standing in.
I guess they don't really. I guess this anxiety and stress and fear and is personal, and so
Then how they running
you
the
know.
business then? I mean, I'm just saying because what is running the business is joy.
There's a lot of
What?
answers to that, though.
Yeah. Well, I guess my question is how? How are you running it, or are you? Because I agree with you totally.
I think it's most of it is survival instincts.
I can
No
see that.
excuses. No excuses. We
Nah,
just talking real. What's real? Like again, the data. We've talked to so many people. You have
yeah.
different
Look,
variations, but it all boils down to everyone not being comfortable with the numbers and how to manage and measure the numbers.
yes,
It's you're not born with that skill. I mean, it's okay.
I know, and I agree. And like I said, when the people are coming, when someone's available to help you with the skill, not just
Accept it.
the mechanics or the technical, but understand the psychology that you're going through with the
Mm-hmm.
numbers,
Mm-hmm.
don't bite them.
Mm-hmm.
No, why would you bite them? Why? Why? I know it's going to
Well,
happen.
we know the answer to that, though.
Yeah, we do. But I'm just saying, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you have somebody that can conceivably ease a pain, it may not look like it. Heck, it may not even feel like it in the beginning. But you dealing with, I don't know how many years of pain you dealing with. And then you gotta listen to if you go to the doctor says, well, take, fish oil every day and that'll pump your energy up.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, you know what, forget the doctor, yo. Whatever, quack. I ain't taking no fish oil. Yo, B, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take duck oil. Hey, yo, duck oil. I heard my cousin told me the duck oil is better though than the fish oil, right? Then you don't improve and you go back to the doctor. Yo, the doctor, yo, messed me up. You didn't do what the doctor suggested. So what? So I mean, you ragged, man. So that's all I'm saying.
On to the next. On
Yeah.
to the
Now I'm ready.
next.
I'm ready for a 2-hour joint.
You ready? Are you ready? We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready.
I could go on and on. This took a left turn somewhere.
No, it's cool. We because we're gonna have we're gonna have our little consultation talks on our Saturdays, and we're getting more specific questions. We're gonna give you a little bit more scenarios, a little bit more color to how you should shape the perspective to engage a professional firm preparer, right? And how to talk with, how to even look at or design and create a plan. What does that even look like? How do you begin to think about that, and having the tools and the vehicles such as financial software, whether it's personal, more importantly, business, in order to review the information that has taken place and that has been recorded. It allows you to have a future conversation as to where am I going wrong? What am I not doing? How do I need to improve? What can I do with these gains? So on and so forth. So that's the in all of our banter and
Yo,
laughter.
you being nice. It's my banter.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it's our banter because
sound like
it's our it's
the
our
salty.
banter.
I'm like the mad tax
It's
dude.
our banter because we wrestle with the banter is the passion is how do we get folks to understand the level of importance? How do we even do? And how do we even get you to bring your guards down so we can begin that process? And
Yeah,
because
well,
taxes is it's a reactive thing, like you
totally.
said, right? How do I owe 30, 40, 50,000 dollars to the government? Oh, well, we could have answered that question maybe 12 months ago if you had accounting software.
Yeah, and then and lessen the blow. For
Right.
years, I've been telling people this. I think the shock is more than the money. People know they owe taxes. I mean, it's real.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But it's the shock of doing it when it's you kind of you're not in tune to it year round. But
yeah, the last
I'm
minute
gonna
thing
to
is serious.
soften the ridiculousness. I'm saying it's like this. We America for the most part is not financially literate. Okay, that's just
What
I
it
think
is.
I don't know if it's a fact, but it's a feeling. Okay, that not financially literate. And what I mentioned earlier was that we don't define what financial literacy is. We'll say, oh, it's being good with money, know how to do the money, but come on, you gotta get a layer beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Financial literacy is the literacy, you know, means being able to comprehend, read and comprehend. I'm being real loosey goosey. All my English teachers out there, you holler at me, let me know what it is. But so it's being able to read and understand finances.
Mm-hmm.
If we use that, very simple. Okay. What I mentioned earlier is that every transaction, business and personal, is a story behind it. If you're hungry, you go buy a hamburger. The story behind it, you were hungry, so you went and bought a hamburger. All right. When you don't record that, recording those transactions are the letters of financial literacy to build the words. Like it's the structure. So if you're in business even and you're not recording the transactions and going back and reading them, which is the numbers, how are you ever going to be literate? I mean, you just can't put your head in the sand and say, "Oh, as I mentioned, we see 200 plus tax returns every year, and I would never tell you I know everything about taxes because I've seen the tax code. You look at a tax return, you look at the last line of the tax return once a year, and I don't understand why. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look at your tax return.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look at your bank statement. You don't look at your transactions. You don't look at anything. But then, we want to have financial literacy and develop generational wealth. Okay. How you going to do that? Other
For
than hitting the
those
lottery,
for those that
platinum
work
album.
for those that work with us.
Yeah,
What,
well, I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So financial literacy is a big thing. We talk about that. Oh, they don't teach us that in school. That's true. But they don't teach you how to do TikTok dances in school neither.
Uh-oh.
Somehow I figured that part out.
Uh-oh.
So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. People would just run around and they just out here, and I'm saying, okay, that's fine. I agree. The IRS, they out to get us all. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. You plan on leaving the country? All right, then. So what we gonna do? This is what I'm saying.
You're gonna need money to leave the country too.
Yeah, you take money, and you might be going to something worse. Like some places they just straight up taxing you 70%, and then But anyway, that's a flip side conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to say is that you have to engage. You got fine financial advisors, personal bankers, which we should have one on soon. Private banker, which y'all know about private banking. Probably not much because I didn't know much about private banking either until I met him. So like this, different things. This information is out here, but if you want to be, I mean, I don't know. It's like I don't know what to say. I'm like, the info is out here. People are out here. People are accessible. They're probably more accessible than reachable. It's here. Talk to people. Most financial professionals are actually really nice people. Like,
yeah, because they love talking about the numbers.
yeah, they love to. They don't. I mean, but it's this thing that people just. It's almost like a badge of honor to not understand finance. Like, I don't know nothing about that. No, you know how to spend money. You know that part. Like, it's almost like, yeah, I'm happy to not know that. And so I'm going to get a professional and put all the weight on that professional.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deal with nothing like that.
Because that's what they do. Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
So that's my thing, man. I'm just saying an encouraging tone. Become lit. One of the best ways to become literate is, heck, read your bank statement, because it tells the story of what you do with your money. And people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't just do that. All right, I'm a little ridiculous, but what I'm saying is that's an example.
So you read the front and the back, and find your front,
well, I don't
back,
read the little
and
notices.
forward and in reverse.
Nah. Actually, I don't have to read mine because I got it automatically, tabulating and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I understand. But if someone was just going to take up reading there, you just gave a recommendation. Read
but I'm saying you don't got to do it every month. You might just take once a quarter and look at your last 3 months. And they got mint and all this other stuff. But look at it, because that's your truth. Mm-hmm. You make XXX.
Tip number 4, people. Tip number 4.
Yeah, that's your truth. You go through it. If you know you got a problem, an Amazon problem, I mean, you can hide it in your mind. But when you sit down and look, you like, what? Goodness gracious. Wait. Look at your credit card statement. What? But it's the first step to financial literacy. How could you? I'm just saying. I don't know. People want to be financial literate. It's just coming from out of the air. Has no connection to what they do. Okay. I'm done. I'm finished, man.
Yes.
Tired, man.
Good day. Good Saturday. It is September 10th.
Yeah. So
6 p.m.
That's right. So if you still rocking with us after my call. But I'm not going to stop. I'm saying it's going to be rooted in almost every subject, but I'm like, the accountability factor has to be stepped up. It has to be stepped up. And professionals out here that we're here to help. And I feel like a lot of us are, we just
falling by the wayside.
There's a misunderstanding of our role. I'll say that. I'm on go straight hip hop.
They with us.
Yeah.
They're with us.
It's all good. So anyway. Yeah. I'm good. You got him. You talk to him. That's why they don't let me out much every other week. That's the only reason. That's why. You talk to K. Talk to K. He's way more personable than I am. Nah, in a way. So anyhow, on these subjects. But that's it. It's been real. It's been a great morning. Got a lot of things. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the video. Leave them down there. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. See, I'm learning how to say it now. Subscribe, hit that notification button. We're coming to you live on the Facebook page in a few minutes. And, it's going to be popping. hit us on Twitter if you got any questions. If you on Twitter, hit us on Twitter with any questions, concerns, and you can always email us at hello@haywoodcpa. Just have them say, hey, hello. If you have any questions, but if any of this resonated with you, let us know, and we'll check you out. I mean, because I'm saying all this to say that we're here to help. I'm not saying we're here to help. So
we're just passionate.
But just and I can't. We're
passion
not a
and
nonprofit.
Importance. Passion and importance.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's a good thing. So anyway, we out. You got any parting shots? No, you chuck up the deuce. We gone. Enjoy this mild Saturday. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Don't forget, check out Financial Flipside Podcast, wherever you consume your podcast. Got a new episode coming soon. It's coming real soon. It's getting real. The conversations over there are getting on another level too. This is insane. All right. So with that, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Peace.